How y'all doing? Let me set up some stuff here. This seems to be in order. Yes, all right. Let me head on. Let me just head on over to this screen. There we go. Look at that. Today I'll be like showing you stuff about Paint 3D and how I make my little 3D avatar and give you all kinds of tips on that. This has been a long time coming. People have been asking me for this a lot, actually. I've gotten like quite a few requests for this, like over the years. Like, oh Mark, how do you do your Paint 3D stuff? Like, isn't this program terrible? Like, how do you do these things? And yes, this program is not great. It's very limited. It sure is something. It sure is something. But I like working in it for like a variety of reasons. That I hope I will be able to get into that today. First of all, look at this. Wee, it's all 3D. I like this program. There's some fun things about it, and I really can't wait to get into it and show you all some tips and tricks for how to actually make some cool models in this that don't just look like, you know, circles and shapes mashed together. That'll be fun. Hey Zita, hello, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Also, if during the stream anybody has any questions for me about this program or drawing in general, just feel free to ask. That's what this one is for. Oh yeah, these are the these are the blinking eyes. There we go. That is neat. I didn't want to do like a whole separate model. Yeah, that is, let me give you a quick tour of this model actually, like how I made this one. So this is like we're currently in the 2D view of I almost said Blender. Oh my god. We're currently in the 2D view of Paint 3D. If you click this nice little button up here, you go into the 3D view. Oh god! Okay, I didn't realize it was this bad. So the thing is, in Paint 3D, you know, when you make pictures that only are meant to be seen from one angle, you could just, you know, like it doesn't need to work from all other angles. So you can just kind of do this and it turns into a nightmare. It just turns into a flipping nightmare. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's disgusting. Of all these different shapes. You got this, like the hair, that's this one, got like the eyes. Even the eyes are 3D shapes. Now you could use like 2D effects for that one, which I will show you later, because that's actually a very, very handy trick. Also to make the program lag a little less. Like you can see the frame rate is already tanking because of so many objects on screen. I'll show you all some fun tricks. Oh, I have the controller here that I used in the Wario Wearathon a while back. God, that was like 2 years ago. Oh my god. Hey, Jackie is here. Hello. Jackie's here is here. Question, what the hell is this? This is Paint 3D, my good pal. We're gonna be modeling and gaming and drawing today. So Cyanity, hey, hello, welcome. Glad you could make it. This model is just a monstrosity. I have made models that can be viewed from different angles, but you know, when it only needs to be seen from one, why even bother? This is quicker. Just work fast, do whatever you want. Work fast, skate ass. That's what I always say, sort of. Close enough. Let me see. I am using a drawing tablet for this, by the way, so I can more easily just kind of get around. Let's see. Sometimes I use a mouse, sometimes I use my drawing tablet thingy. Let's see. How about we just start from scratch, actually? Let's just get a new one open right here. I do not want to save this. And we go into... Yeah, let's just get into it. I think I might want to trim this down later or use this as inspiration for an actual tutorial video, but you know what, yeah, I'm not gonna use any of this stuff later for another video. That would be too much work to sit through the whole thing. So I can turn on some music. There we go. Let me know if that's loud enough. It's just a little playlist with Paper Mario stuff. Yeah, it'll be nice. Paradoxy said, hey Mark, can you give some drawing tips? I sure can, that's what I will be doing today. This entire stream is dedicated to me giving drawing tips. Also Cyanity said, sorry, but from the sides the eyes remind me of the Awooga meme. Nice. Hold on, I want to draw that now. I'm gonna be goofing off a bunch on the stream, don't worry about it. Something like this. And what's gonna be over here? Just Just a random block of cheese. I am Dutch after all. It's my heritage. Okay, how do I get rid of this shit? How do I... There we go, that's better. Okay, there we go. The cheese! The cheese gromlet. How do I start this? Okay, so for people who are not familiar with this program at all, this is Paint 3D. It's a lovely little program. It's very simple. Maybe, you know, if you grew up with like Windows at all, you probably tried like Windows Paint before. This is basically that, but like a sort of an evolution of it. In some ways it's better than Paint, in some ways it's not. Like you can do a lot more with it, but just for editing like regular images, I would still just use regular Paint really. The thing about this is, like that's the fun thing about Paint 3D. You can just draw 3D shapes. Check this out. And there you go, a 3D shape for you to spin around, edit, and just, yeah, that's 3D. You can change the color, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. You can just make a character, you can draw on top of the model, and that's basically what you do. So using this, you can make all kinds of characters and shapes and wonderful things, and just flipping, do whatever you want. Of course, this is no, like, big flipping 3D program like Blender. It's very limited. But still, like, using some workarounds and tricks and tips that I will be showing you today, you can still make fun models, like my avatar or other stuff you might have seen on my Twitter. Hello, Mario. Hey, Frosty, hello. Thanks for stopping by, man. How you doing? So, Crash Tunes, hello. How you doing? But yeah, that's the gist of it. That's what I will be doing today. And I think the most fun part of this is that I will be doing a little Kirby model. Because Kirby is a very easy character to model. So I'll just be doing that. First thing I'll be doing is changing my canvas size. So you have these little tabs up here. You got like, let's see, you got brushes, 2D shapes, 3D shapes, stickers, text, effects, canvas, 3D library. If you're just lazy, you want to just get a model, just get this. There you go, you got a UFO. Wow, wowie zowie. I have used this a couple of times actually, the 3D library, because there are some like basic shapes in here that you can not draw like freehand, but you can get them just by getting a basic shape. Like, let me see, especially things like hair. It's extremely difficult to do. This kind of shape. I could not be able to do this like freehand, but you know, just getting a model like this. If I just, you know, get something like this, like I want to have like a chair or something. I'll just take this, and then, you know, with some creative repurposing, you can just use it as a chair if you want. That's kind of stuff. That's what it's useful for. But that's not what we're here for today. We're gonna be doing some actual modeling. Let's see. So yes, I started by going to the canvas menu, making the canvas bigger. This is like the first thing you'll need to know for this program, because the thing is, like, if you make textures, with textures I mean like you draw on an object. Let me just let me go into the 3D shapes menu, get a sphere. Just gonna drag, click. There we go. Got a sphere. And let me just draw on there with a brush. I'm gonna select the brush from this menu, make it red, for example, make it a little thicker. Like, this is all the same as like different art programs. If you've drawn before in a different program, don't worry, like, your skills will carry over. You just need to know like the workarounds and the basics of it. So I draw on this, la 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 la, there you go. Now if you zoom in, you see that this is all pixelated. It's just like any other drawing program that doesn't work with vector lines. It's all just pixels on an orb. Now if you were to make like a second sphere, let me get a sphere, and I draw this one, and like I make it very small, just like this. And then I start drawing on that. With let's do this. Let me make the lines like equally thick, sort of. And then we zoom in on that. Like, you see, it gets more pixelated. So the smaller you draw in this program, the more pixelated it will be. However, if you make like things like super big, things will have like super high resolutions. You don't always need that, and it just makes the frame rate kind of tank. So yeah, just make the canvas bigger, give yourself a little more space. And also, if you start drawing on objects, that means the resolution will remain more or less intact instead of everything becoming pixelated. Let's see. Oh, so many people. Hey, hello. Hane, hello. Hanesepticeye, how you doing? Let's see. Oh, Frosty is working on his own emotes. That's pretty cool. I've seen the process of those. They look very nice. They removed Paint 3D in Windows 11? Are you kidding me? Am I giving a tutorial on a program that's about to be expired soon? Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Sure, whatever. Whatever, man. Great. It's optional now, okay. Yeah, now this program like should be on like most Windows machines, you know? If you have Windows, you have Paint 3D. It usually comes with Windows, so, you know, that makes it very easy to access. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people who want to get into 3D modeling, and that's what this program is for. Like, if you want to get into stuff like Blender and 3D models in general, this is a great, like, gateway to that kind of thing. Because this is a very nice and easy program to practice in. Wee-hee. Well, I think it actually has some pressure sensitivity? No, never mind. I thought it might. I'm seeing things. Jackie asked, can I be Jackie Pie? You cannot. Well, you can, but there's a ceremony for that. We need to go to this certain bridge, and you know, I'll let you know later. Hey, Mark, what made you want to draw? What made me want to draw? That's also a cool question. First I'm gonna make a little Kirby, okay? First, I want to talk about this program, but that is thank you for the question. That's very fun. I love talking about the process and things that inspire me. I'm just gonna make a sphere. Like, so we go to the 3D shapes menu, we get a sphere, click on that, and then we just drag. If you hold shift, like, it becomes a perfect sphere. If you don't, you can just make an oval or whatever you want. Now, as I showed you with this, like my avatar, we are now currently in a 2D view. If you click on 3D view, you can actually see it from different angles. You can use the right mouse button and drag that to rotate this around. You know, let's get this out of the canvas. So I'm just gonna, you know, get from like a good camera angle to be able to drag it out, and then left click, and whoop, there you go. So right click to rotate the camera, left click to select objects, move them around. Pretty simple. If I want to go back to 2D, then I just click the button again, and I'm back in 2D. Now, the reason why you want to switch between these two is because, well, 2D view kind of gives you the camera perspective, you know? Like, when you save it as a flat image, it will no longer be 3D. So you can just use this as a reference point. Like, okay, if I look through this particular lens, like this particular camera angle, that's what is going to be exported as an image file later on. If you want to share it with other people who don't have Paint 3D, just as a flat PNG, yeah. Yeah, it's pre-installed Windows 10, found on the store of Windows 11. Okay, alright, alright. Ball! Yummy ball. Curb ball. Yeah. Internet Explorer is gone in Windows 11? Oh my god! That's quite nice. But they have like the Microsoft Edge or whatever, I don't like that one either. Just flipping download Firefox or Chrome or something. Anything else. Okay, now this is not a Kirby ball yet. We want to add some stuff to this. So what I'm gonna do... Now, what you could do in this, you know, as somebody's first impulse might be, okay, I'm just gonna add this, and then I'm gonna add another sphere, and then another one, and boom, there you go, Kirby. That's something you can do. I've seen a lot of people do this, like in the program. They just mash some shapes together, and then call it a day, and then they're like, well, Paint 3D kind of sucks, and then they leave. Which, you know, I guess you can do that, but what we're gonna do, actually, is I have made some stickers for this program. I just threw these in a different program. You can save them as like a transparent PNG, and just flipping paste them into Paint 3D, and just, you know, add all kinds of like shapes that wouldn't normally be possible in this program, or would be very difficult to draw. Just gonna do this. Oh, a little bit thinner. Something like that. It looks a lot more like a Kirby. Now, how would we do like a foot shape? You know, that would be difficult because we kind of need like a half an orb. They have half orbs in this, but they don't quite look like the Kirby feet. Now, this is where the coolest feature of Paint 3D comes in. You can basically draw your own shapes. So if I were to draw like a foot, like this. There you go. Well, it's poorly connected at the bottom, but see if I rotate this around. And, you know, if I make this a little wider, then it's kind of a Kirby foot. Like that. Just make it a little bigger. I realize there's a lot to talk about with this program, actually. I really should make just a general tutorial video about it, but that takes a lot of time, so that's why I opted for more of a stream-like setting. There we go. And I can copy this, like Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V, or just the copy-paste buttons that you would normally use, like they're in the top right of the screen. Whoop, that's a little big. This kind of stuff. And then little arms. I'm just gonna draw like sort of a round shape. I can use a sphere for that too, but I wanna draw stuff. Because that's the most fun thing about this program. I wish Blender had this. I could never get into Blender. It's just too complicated, first of all. Like, just all the things you need to know, like all the buttons and the shortcuts. I made the eyes way too big. It's stylization. There you go, little curb. I also made stickers for the mouth and everything, but yeah. American curb. There you go. That kind of stuff. So that's the basics of it. Like, you mesh shapes together, and you can use stickers if you want nicer textures, because you can just draw those in a different program and just copy paste them on here. And you draw your own shapes for specific things that are difficult to do with the standard shapes. That's the gist of it. That's all you really gotta do. Now, and then comes the hard part, which is figuring out, like, specifically how to make certain shapes. And that is actually a nice challenge. I like to find workarounds to make specific things that I need. Like, I was making a... Oh, let me put this on the side for a second. Let's try something a little more complex. Like, anybody can make a Kirby in this program. It's not too difficult. Just mash some shapes together. But what if you wanted to do something difficult, you know? Something very difficult. We're gonna make King Diddy, yeah? And I know, you know, I've seen people try it. It's very difficult in this program, but it is actually possible. You can get very flipping close. I'm just gonna make his face, because I wanna prove a point. Let me show you something. Oh, sorry, before we do that, I need to answer questions from chat. Let me get back to that. Oh, sorry, I saw a question about Pizza Tower. Yes, I have heard about it. Yes, I still want to play it. No, I don't have time to play it. It looks so good. I really want to play it. Gosh dang. Also, Nebula, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining, my dude. You have Paint 3D. It came free with your Xbox. Nice. You started crying when you first drew on Paint 3D because you couldn't figure it out? Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. I agree, it can be intimidating. You know, it's a new program. You just gotta dive into that kind of stuff. And trust me, when I first opened Blender for the first time, like, oh my god. It was a nightmare. It still is! They have made the program more accessible over the years, but yeah. Not every program has the best user interface, and you just kinda need to work with it. It's difficult. Can you make the eyes hideously off model? Yes, I can! Let's make him worse. First of all, I'm gonna... okay, so quick tip, if you want to make a shape like perfectly the same color again, you just select the shape with the little tool in the top left, the arrow, then you go to edit color, and you get the color picker, just pick on this color, and boom, there you go. Now, how do we mess this up in the worst way possible? It looks like a thumb. What the heck? What in the heck? Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, I think that's good. Yep, good work, team. Another successful art project. Good work, gang. He's screaming. Stop saying among... That's not Among Us! There's nothing Among Us about this! Shut up! You're all banned. You're all banned. You will all burn for your sins. Gosh dang it. Mark, you should talk about the post-process stuff. Oh, yes, yeah. Maybe I will. That'll be fun. But that's like a whole different kind of step. I just made a waddle do. This exists already. Oh, boy. I wanted to talk about that one question I got about what inspired me to draw. And I've been thinking about that too. That's actually a very deep question. Because I don't know. I honestly don't quite know. I mean, why does anyone draw? Because it's fun, I suppose? Because they want to have something that's in their head, like out on paper? Just to get it out of your brainium? I always say brainium. Why do I say brainium? I guess that's the reason, because we as a human person being species want to create. We just want to get stuff out there on paper. We want to share our ideas with the world. We want to get appreciation for the thoughts we have, maybe. You know, it's also a part of it. Like, some people can be, you know, and with some people, I also mean myself, sometimes we can be very self-conscious about our ideas and things that we make, and we want to share them with others, and make a nice polished little thing that we want to see in reality. That can be a reason, sure. There's no like wrong reason to create unless it's that you don't create for yourself at all. Like, it's okay to create for others. It's okay if you want to entertain people, but you just gotta enjoy it, man. You just gotta enjoy the process of it. Otherwise, what are you doing it for? You know? You just gotta enjoy making little things. Whatever that is. And it doesn't have to be a flipping painting. It can be just a little scribble in a notebook in a corner of something. It's totally fine. That's all good. It's just about making something. Something that wasn't there before, or like, it doesn't have to be completely original. You can just take stuff together and just make something new by taking inspiration from stuff. Everybody gets inspiration from stuff. Let me see. But yeah, that is an interesting topic. I wonder that often. Like, why do I make things? Why do I do that? I don't know. Several reasons, I guess. Let me see. Okay, DDD has like this egg thing shape. So like this. Okay, now if I hold control and then drag like the little thingies on the side, you can actually keep it like the same height, only changing that particular angle of it. Now let's see. Okay, I haven't even talked about materials yet. There's so much to get into. So first I pick color with the color thing, and then we go to custom. Then I pick polished metal. That's pretty nice. Looks a bit flat. If we go into 3D view and rotate the camera, we can see that it is kind of flat. So what we're gonna do is I hold control again and then kind of stretch it on this axis. And then we can just go right back to 2D view and drag it over here. If I grab this little box on the left with the arrows, I can move it like back and forth on that plane. And yeah, let's put it on his forehead. There we go. Getting a little closer to DDD. Not quite, but we'll get there. Also, sometimes when I'm lazy, I don't want to go to 3D view. I just grab shapes. If you want to grab multiple, you click one, hold shift, and then click another one. There you go, multiple shapes. Sometimes I just rotate it on this axis and then move it back. If you hold shift, you can like if you just normally do it, you just do it like this. It's very loose. If you hold shift, you go like at certain increments, which makes it easier to find like certain angles if you need them. Let's see. Pizza tower Pizza tower unlocked some unhinged part in my art style I never knew about, because I've never been able to draw something so expressive until I got hyperfixated on Pizza Tower. That's great. That's very fun. You know, sometimes you just gotta loosen up a little. I got that too with Rayman Origins back when I played that in high school on the flippin' Wii. actually not bad. The Wii version was just fine, but that art style is so expressive. It made me want to do more cartoony fun stuff. Let's see. If you don't enjoy rendering the bald head of Dr. Wily, then what is the point of it all? That's what I'm saying. Is there a way to stretch apart from a single axis, like to model the shape like Play-Doh? Not sure what you mean. Oh, okay, I guess I think I know what you mean. So it's more like sculpting what you're referring to. That's a feature in most other 3D programs, not in this one. If you draw a shape in this, like this, then you can no longer edit this shape in any way, except for like, you know, stretching it on axis and all that. You can, which is something I will get into in a second, because this is a neat little trick. You know, let me do it right now. So let's get to like one of the hardest parts of flipping DDD's face, which is the beak. Now, how would you draw like a beak like that? You know, let me give that a try with the regular drawing tool, see what happens, you know? You can just do this. It's gonna do it without like the big pointy bit, like his nose, kind of. If you just do this, like, okay, so you have this now. This doesn't look particularly good in 2D. Looks atrocious in 3D. Like, what are you gonna do with this? It's just not the face. It's not what we want. It's not DDD. So, another trick. This is the line tool, or tube, I suppose. And you can draw tubes with this. Let me get an empty part of the canvas. Let me show you. Kind of like this. There we go. Now, the fun thing about tubes is that you can edit them after drawing. So you can still move these little, let's call them nodes. You can move these nodes around and create all kinds of like different kind of shapes. You can still edit that. And not only in 2D, this is something people don't know usually. If you go to 3D view and like rotate the camera, guess what? You can still move these in like 3D space. Look at that. Now, you can do some crazy stuff with this. Like if you wanted to make like a corkscrew or like a very complex kind of shape, Like, you can just move this everywhere, like all the way in, like everywhere in 3D. I think there is a limit on how much you can move these things. Like, I see the little time clock appear, because then Paint 3D will just, you know, freak out, be all like, okay, too many changes, please stop. But look at this. You can make some very complex shapes with this. It's very important that you learn this one, because with these tubes you can make all kinds of like shapes that would normally be impossible in this program. I'm gonna delete this one. Don't want that. Hit the select tool and go back. Okay, back to 3D. That Kirby haunts me. I do not like it. I do not like that it's just there standing off in the sidelines. Let's see. Okay, yeah, tubes. So, this is the most important part of 3D modeling, and that is the cutting up objects into smaller shapes. Like, now we're doing this already, like we got a shape for the head, we got a shape for the eyes. I'm going to get a reference image of DDD real quick, because, you know, it's always better to draw with reference, both in 2D and in 3D. If you don't quite know how to draw something, just get a reference. Everybody does this, I do it. Just pull up a reference image. Look, I copy-pasted a picture of DDD in this. So let's put this side by side. This one's on the canvas, by the way. Any flat image you copy-paste in here, like it will be on the canvas, which is apparently mirrored on the backside. That's kind of cool. You can also disable the canvas. If we go to canvas and we just click like show canvas off, no canvas. Whoop-de-doo. But we kind of need this right now. Okay, now already I see, oh, my eyes are too big. Oh, this needs to move down a little. Oh, this needs to be in front of the eyes. References are so important. Please get used to gathering reference material and using them. You can thank me later. Alright, now this needs to be a lot smaller. A lot smaller. There we go, there we go, there we go. I'm just gonna add the hat because I wanna. Gonna take half a sphere and put it. Okay, so we don't want to have that like metal. Maybe glossy, maybe matte. Usually matte looks fine. Put this over here. Just gonna angle this slightly so it doesn't quite overlap. It's a lot of tweaking. That's what this all is. Let's see. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that ought to do it. Now you see that these eyeballs are kind of floating there. If we look at from above, like you see, you know, that's kind of weird. Make this one a little flatter. You know, let's make these eyeballs like angle with the head. So we kind of do like this. Then they are a much nicer fit. See if that works. There we go. It's starting to look a lot more like DDD already. It looks like a flipping country ball meme from 2006. Was that in 2006? I don't remember. There we go. Now for the mouth, like I want to break this up into two things. Let me show you. So we have this thing. Hold on. We have this thing going on, and then we have like the beak that's on top of that. You know, we can call it like two shapes. We can make one with a tube and alter that in 3D space, and the other one we can just kind of draw. Let's try that. The eyes a little bigger. It's like I said, it's so much tweaking. It's just making slight changes to alter the face, and it has such a big impact later. Okay, let me see. Tube time. It's tube time, gamers. Okay, first I select the color. You can change it later, but whatever. Is this the right thickness? Okay, it's kind of... Okay, I need to move this face farther back so I can actually see what I'm doing. Let me select these things by... You can draw a box around the objects, or you can just, you know, click one, shift, select another one, and just keep doing that. It all works, whatever you prefer. And just move it a little bit into the canvas, it's fine. I can also make a transparent canvas. That's nice, let's do that. Is this thick enough? Just doing a little test. Needs to be slightly thicker, I guess. Slightly. Okay. Here comes the tricky part. Tube time, hell yeah. Let's make them connect here at the top, because this will be covered by the big snout nose thing. There we go, because there will always be like a little area that's not quite connected. Oh, okay. So you see that it kind of snapped into a different position after I drew that. That's not what I want. Gives me less, like fewer nodes to work with. Maybe I can still save this somehow. If you have a place where there's a lot of curves, you want more of the little nodes, like the little dots. So then you can make like a smoother, like a nicer curve, like exactly how you want it. See, I kind of want... I don't want this to be a straight line, this section. I need more of those nodes. So what I'm gonna do, actually... I'm gonna trick Paint 3D into giving me more of those. How do I do that? Okay, I'm gonna draw bigger. I'm gonna make the thickness larger, and I'm gonna draw the same shape, but on a larger scale. See, it already gives me quite a few more options to work with. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just need to kind of move these around. Want it to be symmetrical, so we can do this. That's looking a lot better already. Just kind of guessing. Let's see. It doesn't really matter that the shape is too big, because we can just resize it later. Like that. I keep thinking about that one question I got, like, why do people... Like, why do you draw? Like, what inspires you to create and all that? I want to hear from people in the chat, actually. If you guys feel comfortable talking about that, like, let me know. What do you all, like, if there's any artists in the chat, like, what do you draw? What makes you draw? What do you like about it? What's your process like? Well, what's the most enjoyable part of that? I think this looks acceptable. It doesn't need to be... Oh, right. Almost forgot. I'm gonna go in the 3D view. I wanted to make this 3D. See, like, it's just flat now. That's not what I want. What I want to do is make this actual, like, curve around the face, just like it would on DDD. Like, if you look at DDD from different angles, let me pull up a reference image. That'll be the smoothest way to do it. Let's see. Also, hey, Chris, welcome. Glad you could make it. Let me look up DDD from the side on Google Images. There we go. That'll do. Okay, I'll show this later. I first need to finish this shape. Otherwise it's not gonna work. There we go. Gonna move these a little. Oh, okay, I'm accidentally drawing like a new tube. I don't want that. Sometimes it does that. Sometimes it just does that. I don't know the reason. Gonna move these a little farther back. Oh, stop doing that. I just want to select this. Thank you. Need to be very precise with where you click. There we go. I know how to do it. Okay, so this is the center. We want these to align. I'm what you get when the stars align. Now face it, you're just an enemy. Okay, I did not make this easy for myself because I'm basically like trying to get through this other shape. Okay. You know, like, you see what I mean, right? I'm trying to make it curved. That's my goal. That's my game. Sonic's the name, speaks my game. Whoa. Sonic Hedgehog. Gaming. Woohoo. Maybe I should move this out a little more. Beak has got to be pointy. See, it's already starting to look more like a real mouth. There we go. Its mouths are curved. Hold on, let's make sure it's like curved on the same on every side. I think this is acceptable. No, not quite. Hold on, this really should be farther back. How does it look from the front now? Need to maintain that original form. If you go into 2D view, like, you will only tweak it from this particular angle. So that is also a useful... that's also a reason to switch between those two views every now and then. Yeah, this needs to go a little more to the right. There we go. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Hope it doesn't fail miserably. But we'll see. Hey, look at that! Look at that. That's not so bad. Let me rotate this a little bit. There we go. Okay. It almost stretches over there. There we go. There we go. The eyes need to be even smaller. Oh, they're farther apart. That's what's throwing me off. Maybe they're a little bit angled, are they? Kind of like that. Something like that. Just looks like he's screaming in agony. Nice. In character. Something like this, and then we add the big... I know it may look a little weird right now, but don't worry, it's gonna look a lot better when it's done, I hope. Gotta trust the process. Bring this in closer. There we go, look at that, hey. He no longer looks like he's in terrible pain. Just regular pain. Let me make this a little thicker. That sort of works. To merge these shapes, kind of, you know, because they're part of the same thing. It's a lot closer to this, yeah. Something like that. And you can use a similar thing for like the rim of the hat. And you know, like the sphere around his flippin' thingy. I just reuse the Kirby eyes because I'm lazy. Stickers on there. Whoa, whoa, that's... I don't know what's going on over there. That looks creepy. Something like that. Sorry, I'll check the chat in a second. Just need to... Something like that, and that way you can make a flipping 3D DDD that actually looks pretty decent from different angles. That's not bad. Maybe make it angle like this. Maybe like this a little bit. Because that's what it would be. Move that a little. Like with some tweaking you can get pretty far. Like you'll never be able to make a perfect 3D DDD model in this, obviously, but you know, it's all about making a pretty image. That's all it is. And you use whatever tools you need for that. There you go. Let me see the chat. Oh, lots of comments. Hey, thank you. I'm interested to see what you all think. Gift of creation is very empowering. Artists can manifest things into existence with willpower and a couple crayons. It's true. It's true. It's very fun, and the truth is that anyone can do that, so anybody is basically, in essence, an artist. Some of them are just, you know, more willing to try and go farther with that than others. Oh god, I looked away and I looked at the canvas again. This DDD is kind of a monstrosity. I've made a better one before, that's why I picked this character in particular. But, this one is kind of stanky. Hold on, let me get the good one. Let me, Oh, this one's a real goofball. I don't like it. Let me try to save this real quick. I'm just adding more stuff. It's gonna add a giant sombrero. No. One's kind of hideous. I love him. This one is ugly as sin. I'm gonna save this. Hold on. Paint 3D project. There we go. I am so structured with file names. You won't even believe me. See, got inspired to draw when I saw My Little Pony for the first time, and just liked how the world worked and got into making OCs. Started with a pony creator before eventually doing my own fan creations. Yeah, same actually. I had a Sonic OC in high school, obviously. I mean, come on. Have you looked at me? Come on. And after that I started drawing more Sonic stuff and all that. Like, yeah man, fan creation tools are so fun. Little flash thingies. It's very nice. Let me open a better file. I am just not in good form today. That DDD is just... wow. Let me see. There's a lot of stuff in here for different projects, but this is the one I want to show you. I hope this one holds up well enough. Hey guys. Hey Derek. Welcome. Paradoxy said, I want to make my own dark animated series. Cool. Chris said, I got inspired to draw by this mediocre Kellogg's game that came with one of their cereal boxes. Awesome. And that's the fun thing. Inspiration can come from literally anywhere. I love that. Gotta do laundry. Think of an answer when I get back. Alrighty. Good luck with your laundry. Crashtoon said, I like drawing because I can make people happy with it, and I get to know many people who do the same thing like you. There are probably more reasons why I draw, but those are two of them. Yeah, that's true. Like, it makes people happy, and also you can connect with others who also create, and that just allows for many... Yeah, what am I saying? For many fun conversations, and just fun topics, because it's all about, like, self-expression. That's what art is. First OC still kind of stuck around as subconscious inspiration for main OC. That's cool. You can always repurpose stuff later. Got inspired by many content creators and animated shows because it made me happy. Yeah, awesome. Anyone tell me what the soundtrack is? This is just a bunch of Paper Mario stuff that I like. A lot of it is from Color Splash because I love that game's soundtrack. Looking good, King. Appreciate the pun there. Nice. Don't know if that was intentional, but yeah. King DDD. I'm close to the microphone. Oh my god. Have I been clipping? Hold on. Let me move the microphone a little farther back. There we go. Maybe that's better. Apologies. A lot of OCs got better when you tried not to make Mary Sue. It's limited back then. Yeah, characters need flaws. It's important. Good day, Mark. I remember your comic on Meta Knight in oh yeah. Like the Smash voiceover guy. Yeah. That was a while back, huh? I remember those comics. Any tips to bring oneself to pick back up the metaphorical pencil? Good question. You mean you're like stuck in an art block or something? Or I don't know if you want to go into detail, but yeah. That's difficult because that's different for everybody. You know, if you can't draw for a bit, or if you really want to get back into it, but it's difficult, then yeah. Also, let me explain why I have this DDD up. This is a model that I worked on like earlier. This one is this is basically what I was trying to teach you with the like a tubes. That's this one, and like a tube for the head. And I think this model turned out quite nice. There's just something about the eyeballs I don't quite like. I was trying to mesh this like circle shape for the head together with this blob for the body that I drew, and this shape is like, oh, the coat. I was trying to do a coat. This is just the tube, like this, but it has been stretched to form kind of like a coat kind of thing. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just gotta be creative. Like see what the program can do, and just mess with that until it looks like what you want to make. Which is pretty fun. I like that. I think that's I like taking limited programs and just seeing what you can do with them. Getting creative with that kind of stuff. Hey. This DDD is okay. I got all this reference material here on the side to kind of see like what he looks like. And that's important. Like if you make a character before you model it, this is very important. Before you model it, you need to actually draw it from different angles, or find enough reference material from different angles. It's the only way to help you understand how it looks from you know in 3D space. The only way to understand how it looks in 3D space. That's what I'm saying. Without the red part, DDD looks like a bowling pin. It's true! This man is a bowling pin! Oh, I made the eyeballs separate models in this. Sometimes I do that because it allows you for, you know, to move it around more easily. To create different expressions. Like that. We have fun here. Yeah. I'm a professional artist. I get paid to do this stuff. What about it? Amazing. Let's see. What else can we do? Oh my god. I made like a list of all the things I wanted to talk about. Completely forgot to even use the list. I think we did most of it though. Like 2D view, 3D view, all that stuff. Oh, you know, here's a cool trick. Let me show you a cool trick. So normally, let's get a new file. New. Don't save. Dear God, don't save. Normally, when you start this program, like in settings, the perspective is turned on. Now let me show you what it does. Whoops. Did I just close Paint 3D? Okay then. Well, look at this flipping cool wallpaper. Go watch Puss in Boots 2. This is not an ad. I just love that movie. Let's see. Okay, so I think it's turned on now. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, okay, cool. Cool. And we got this. Let me just... I'm gonna make one side of this just red entirely. Completely red. There we go. And then there's, like, when you're drawing, there's actually a little rotation tool at the bottom that you can use. There we go. And this side is gonna be, let's make it more colorful, yellow. And then this side is gonna be, well, let's keep it blue, that's fine. If you want to undo the rotation, just click the little arrow, and there you go. Now, as you can see, when I move this around, you can actually see the yellow side, and you can actually see the blue side when it's all the way over here. That's because perspective is now enabled for the 2D view. If I'm drawing stuff just in this 2D view, like this is the 3D one, this is the 2D one, if I'm drawing stuff here, or just putting objects down, it will adhere to like perspective. And perspective basically means that, you know, you can... Everything goes to like this vanishing point at the horizon. Like that. That is way too thick. Hold on a second. Like that. You know, if you have a cube, and you draw it in 3D space, it does like this, you know? It's because things just kind of move to this vanishing point. It's a little more complex than that, but that's all you need to know for now. Now, if you have perspective enabled, it will do that. If we don't enable that, so we go back to settings, and like turn that off, do not show perspective. Now, I can drag this cube around, you will never see the other sides of it. And personally, I think it's extremely useful when you just have a cube and you draw on one side and you don't affect any of the other sides. I think that's just very convenient because if you're drawing on, like, you know, like a cube, okay, you can still, like, see what the different sides are. Let's say we have a sphere. It gets a little more complex. Let me make that blue. For example, if I have this sphere, like, on the side of the canvas, like over here, and I draw a little face on there, and then I move this to the left side of the canvas, like, it's also gonna move the face along this cube. What am I talking about? Hold on, there's better ways to explain this. Let's say I'm drawing, like, very slightly, like, ears on the side of this thing. You know, just some black lines over here. Let me get rid of the canvas. There we go. So I drew, like, ears on there. Like, okay, if I move this one all the way to the left, like, it's gonna show less of that ear. You know, it's very slight, but just moving something around will change how much you see of that object. If you have the 3D thing enabled. Oh, I have it disabled. That's why it's not doing it. I am not smart. Let me do this properly. You guys deserve a decent explanation of this. There we go. There we go. Okay. Goodbye, cube. Forever. Now, if I move it all the way to the over here, you can see, like, the the part of the sphere that I didn't paint, actually. You can just see that now. The part that I missed. Normally you cannot see this if it's just in the center or on the side. But now you can. Like, it will show you parts of the model that you don't want to be seen, perhaps. That's why I turn off perspective when you're in the 2D view. So you actually know what you're gonna get as the end result. That's what I wanted to say, yeah. Epic. Puss in Boots jump scare. Mark, could you make Peppino spaghetti from the hit game Pizza Tower available now on Steam? That is a fun challenge. I have not seen enough of Peppino. Like, I know what the character looks like. I'll have to pull up references and all that. Maybe that would be possible in Paint 3D? I don't know. Honestly, sounds like kind of a fun challenge. But first I want to talk about effects. Because this is like a major thing if you want to save any model that you make in this. Remember to always delete the default cube and add a new one. Nice. But I want to show you effects. Like, currently I'm on, like, the top left lighting setting. You have all these different lighting options here. And you can move the light source around as well. It's very fun to play with this. Like, you can make some, like, dramatic lighting like this. You could just mess around with this and have fun. I think there's, like, Minecraft lighting in here as well. It's pretty cool. I love this one, Honey, because it adds sort of a rim light. Like, you can see. Let me teach you a little bit about lighting. That'll be fun. Lighting is a very interesting principle in art. Very important to give like objects their you can view their volume better, or you don't see their volume at all. Like you want to keep things hidden in the shadows. Like that's always fun. So at the top here you see like a very faint kind of like whitish glow. That's like that's what we call a rim light, which means that a light source is like slightly behind the object, so just like reflecting off a little bit of that of the object. And then we see like the light source is kind of coming from here. That's the brightest part, and it's dark over here. So that's light over here. This is more like shadow over here. And by dragging this light source around, we can change that slightly. Like it's over here now, and now the light's coming from over here. Whoops, coming from over here. So just by dragging the light source around, you can sort of influence what this character is going to look like. And I think that's very fun. You could do so much with light and shadow as opposed to just plain shapes. Let me get rid of this. Spilled some ketchup, sorry about that. Wahoo. There we go. Plain shape. Yeah. What else do we have here? Yeah, you can just mess around with these and see what happens. There's like this clay lighting. It's pretty interesting if you want. Like that's the thing. Like anything you make in Paint 3D kind of looks like claymation already. So you can mess around with that and go for that aesthetic if you like it. Yeah. Usually I stick with honey. I think that one's very nice because, like, as I mentioned, like the rim light that you can now kind of see it like on this part. You see, like that white, that stuff over there. It's like nice. It just shows the volume of the object very well. Just a little bits, whatever you prefer. What are people talking about? Man, how do you even learn Paint 3D? Well, if you want to... I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to explain on this stream. Like, just the basics of it and some tips and tricks. So, if you want to watch the rest of this, like, later on, this will be uploaded on flipping, YouTube. Words. Like, this entire stream is recorded. It will be up on YouTube, and I might make, like, a tutorial video later on. Because, like I've said at the start of the stream, like, many people have asked me, like, how I make my models and all that. Specifically also about like the post-rendering, all that. Like you can make a model in this program, but if you really want to get creative with this and like push it even farther, like you can put that image into like a different art program and edit that stuff to make it like even more like just add a background or texture or anything, and that's also fun. But that's more so about like general art skills. That's just more so about just editing a drawing. They're basically like the same things that you do while drawing normally is what you're also doing when you're painting over a 3D render. But that could be fun too. We could do that as well. Just started playing Return to Dreamland. Nice. I don't know if I'm gonna get that game. It looks fun, but I still have it on Wii. Can you draw the genie boss at some point, Mark? Maybe. You know, I've already talked about Paint 3D a lot on this, and I think I've touched upon like most of the things I wanted to mention. I should really just do a more structured video. Probably. I hope this was useful. I know I've gone over a lot, and it's quite a lot of stuff. I think most of this will be more interesting to people who have already used Paint 3D for a little bit, I suppose. But maybe I should make a video that's more about like an introduction to the program, and one that's more about advanced stuff. Because I think the advanced stuff is what some people are very interested in. But there are already like a bunch of basic Paint 3D instruction videos out there. So I think the advanced stuff would be more interesting for people. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I'm just kind of cooking up something in my head. Let's see. You thought it was pretty useful, appreciate the stream. I'm very happy to hear that. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Gotta embrace the marble, gotta sniff the marble. Am I going to play Hogwarts Legacy? That's a hell no from me. No. Let's see. Mark's Art Academy. All my models are... Yes, all my models are from Paint 3D. Yes, like all the ones you've seen like on Twitter and other places. Mark, are you back on DeviantArt? I am not. Every now and then I think I've posted like a couple of things there recently, just because I was feeling nostalgic for it, but no... Oh, DeviantArt is a horrible website. Like, they've just been doing so much like AI crap and just being awful to its own creators. It's just been garbage being there. I've been on that website for a long time. It's just been getting worse and worse and worse, and just when you think it can't get worse, they make another poor decision. It's just, I wish there was a better alternative. Because I like it, I like the layout, like with a little gallery and all that, and you can just post stuff, and the people are very nice, but the website itself is just getting, it's just steering into territory that I do not feel comfortable with. Yeah, also just to clarify, like, nothing wrong with Harry Potter itself, I guess, if you enjoy that. Like, that's fine. But hey, maybe don't support a just an abysmal, horrible person? Is that really too much to ask? Like, please do not do that. I would kindly ask you to not do that. Would appreciate that. Look into that if you want to know more about it, because god, that's a whole rabbit hole, but good god. Please do not do that. Asking you nicely. Let's see, what else do we have? I can just jump into some other models that I've made. Let's see, I have a whole bunch over here. Let's see, I was working on a claymation Mario for a thing. I was working on a Jinjo, things with my Sonas. I was trying to make a Knights model, very difficult. Some other avatars, a Red Cat, Rabbit Bubsy, Rayman. Let me show you Rayman. Rayman is such an incredibly difficult character to model. Ape Escape model, yeah, it was one of the monkeys. That was a birthday gift for a friend who really likes Ape Escape. Okay, so loading models takes a very long time in this program, because it's all like little bits and pieces. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one. Let's go into 3D view, have a look at the. Okay, yeah, okay, So it is completely broken from the side. I was really just trying to make something that looks decent from the front. Rayman is such a difficult. I do love how the hair came out though. So basically, what I did for this was I made some tubes. Like there's different styles of tubes you can do. Let's see, what was I using? I think the one that's like thin at the start and thin at the end. I just kind of did this. And then I like this. Like this. Is that what I did? It doesn't seem right. It was a tube with a shape. Oh yeah, you can change the shape of the tube. Look at this. Look at this. You can have a triangle. You can have like a flipping square. I just did this. And then I rotate that. And then I go like that. And then boom. Just take a bunch of these. Make them yellow. Kind of paint over them with the brushes that are here. Let's use this. I like this watercolor brush a lot. Because it's very smooth. I'm not going to lose much of the original color. You can just make like very slight touches. That's quite nice. Something like that. And you just take this and then, hold on, you just take this and you copy paste. And you go up and you nudge this slightly and then boom. And then you move it a little bit to the back. And then boom, you can just make hair like that. And I like the stylization of this because it's like a little sharp. There's like corners to it. It's not like a smooth tube. And I think it's nice. I think it adds a little character to it. And that's basically how I did the hair on this one. Now, as for the nose and everything else, like, it's not good. Like, this one is definitely not meant to be seen from another angle. I touched this up, like, heavily in a different art program. Ended up not really liking it, so I didn't end up using it or posting it anywhere. But I'm trying to see... Oh, this one. How about this one? I think this one actually works from different angles. Let's have a look at that. Which one of my friends likes Ape Escape? It's a mystery! We'll never know! He never talks about it! You would have thought Rayman was easier, we're apparently wrong. Rayman is very difficult to model, man, especially in Paint 3D. Because his face is like one big blob. And then it also has like the flipping cheeks on the side and a mouth and everything. How did you darken the other side of it? I think I probably just use like the brush or something. Yeah. U2's Rayman, yeah, exactly. This is so the eyes for this are simple like stickers that I put on there. And I touched up these orbs a little bit with like some purpley glow. with the smooth brush that I was talking about. I can add a bit of like orange glow to this. Look at that. Now it seems like it's reflecting the red of the scarf. It's kind of nice. Honestly, I wish I did that. Now, does this model work in 3D or not? Let's find out. I don't remember. Oh, hey, this actually kind of works. Sort of. Okay, the hand is broken. This face actually works quite well. I'm happy with that. Yeah, so like the hair, as you can see, like these are tubes. And then stretched and squashed a little. The face is the most interesting part. So what you could do for the face is like draw a circle, because when you look at Raymond from the front, it's a circle. But we need to kind of have like a different kind of shape for that. So what I did was I just drew this shape from the side and then inflated it like a balloon, and then boom, there you go. No shape. That is something you always have to be wary of when drawing 3D shapes in this program. You need to look for symmetry. And this is a very important one. Like, symmetry is extremely important when drawing shapes in Paint 3D, because all your shapes will be symmetrical on some axis. You know, in this case, like, it goes a little like this. Like, it's symmetrical on that axis. Like, if you were to cut it in half, both sides would be exactly the same. So if you're drawing a shape, you just need to look for that symmetry. For example, if I were to make a Mario face. Now, I could draw it from the front, like this. You know, it's kind of like that. It has like the big cheeks. Very, very simplified. Kind of looks like an upside-down mushroom. But, okay, let's say this is Mario's face. Alright? Just play along. I know it looks a bit small, but hey, look at this. Okay, so if this were Mario's face, you know, I would add like a nose, a 3D shape. There we go. And we'll make it that shape. Go like this. And add like a mustache piece. You know, let's just make a mustache. I should move this like away from the Rayman. Why am I just always... There we go. Give myself a little space. There we go. Put this over here. It's a Mario. Wahoo! Now if you go in a different angle, let's see what happens. Okay, so obviously we want the nose to be sticking out a little more. Okay, there we go. Now the mustache is not curved. Okay, let's not worry about that, but let's talk about the face. Okay, we do it like this. Now that kind of works, but if I know anything about human anatomy, is that a face, you know, doesn't work like that. It's What you usually have with faces is, let me turn on the canvas and show you. If you see like the silhouette of a person, you know, like that. This, you have like eyebrow ridge over here. You know, it kind of caves in like over here, where the eye is. You have like a nose. And you have like the chin, you know. Hold on, let me get that back. Kind of goes like that. Ear over there. Kind of connects over there. Kind of like that, you know. That's basically what a face is. And since we are drawing in Paint 3D, we want to make things like smaller. We want to cut it up into smaller shapes and things that we can actually work with and then mash together and then create a face. So the shape that I chose to do here first with Mario, like, well, the nose is a separate shape. And then the head, well, the eyes, I just drew them on there. Ears would also be a separate shape in this case. And then the head is a separate shape. Alright. Now, where is the symmetry in the head? If you look at a face, like if you were to draw it from the front, you wouldn't get like this control over you know, like the back of the head and this little bump over in the front, all that kind of stuff. What we kind of want with Mario is we want it to look like this from the side. Like, okay, if the eyes that are mostly on a flat surface, nose is over there, we not worry about that for now. Like the mouth kind of has like this kind of cheek over here. Kind of like that, you know? This would be Mario from the side. I should have picked Mario to model for this stream, that would be fun. I've done a couple of Marios. This is kind of what we want. So this kind of shape. And it's easier to do this from the side, because, let me show you. There we go. Okay, this is the right thing. Move over here. Now we move this around a little from the front, and then we stretch this, Okay, now we kind of have like a sort of like more like a bean mouth character shape that we're going for. And it will still sort of have like the bigger cheeks. It doesn't quite work, to be honest. No, honestly, this other one works better. That's interesting. Why does it work like that? Huh. Usually when I'm making a face in Paint 3D, I draw it from the side because you have like a symmetry. This is so difficult to explain. This is interesting. I gotta do a video about that. Like this particular part of the symmetry and when drawing shapes. That's cool. I try to spin it into a positive, that I completely messed this one up. But yeah. Maybe you get what I mean. It's What I was trying to refer to is that if you draw a face from the side like this, you can much more easily like edit that. You can just kind of do it like this. If you see it from the front, it will look okay. Whether if you were to draw like a face from the front, you wouldn't have that flexibility. Like from the side, it looks like this. Or this one from the side, it looks like an actual face. That's what I mean. Sometimes you need to find the right angle to draw a 3D shape from, because it will give you more flexibility or like a certain shape that you need as viewed from other angles. That's basically what I was trying to get at. But that will be a much better subject for an actual scripted video. Cool. Well, I learned something today. Let me see. Front view of that Raymond is amazing. Thank you. Oh yeah, you were talking about the previous one. I get you. Yeah. I'm excited for that U2's Rayman. I wonder what they're gonna do with that. This was my 2 cents on what it would look like. I posted that one on Twitter. Mark's giving us Mario plus Rayman. Yes, finally. Oh my god, I had some Squidward. It's white because white cheeks are not made from the side, yeah. Yeah, Mario just defies all logic. Thank you, Mario. Let's see. You know, I think this stream has just been good for me figuring out like what to do with a Paint tutorial. Paint 3D tutorial someday. I actually talked about most of the things I wanted to talk about today. Let's see now, let's talk about exporting stuff. I think that will be interesting for some people. You do it with image. You go over here, and then you select PNG. And then you just adjust the angle. Turn on 3D view. And then here you can still, like, you know, mess with that if you want, or the canvas size. All that kind of stuff. Not too complicated, you can just click buttons, see what happens. There's really nothing you can do wrong here. You can, like, change the size of the object. Or in pixels or percent, or make it transparent. This is an important one. If you want to make, like, little 3D avatars that I have, like mine in the bottom left, then you're gonna have to use transparency. Checkerboard means it's transparent. What else can you do? Oh, you can export as a video. That is pretty fun. Save as... you can save the model and open it in a different 3D program of your choosing. Or you can make a little video of it rotating around. Oh, let me... Can I... Oh god, the canvas. Can I turn off the canvas, please? I think I probably have to do it like in the actual drawing program first. Wow. You can do like these little stock animations of them jumping around and floating and doing things. That's all the animation you're gonna get with this program. There's no rigging or anything else, none of that fancy stuff. But no, you can make some pretty stuff in this that you can have it as a little model. I think you can also use it for 3D printing. Don't quote me on that though. Yes, I'm sure you can use this for 3D printing, but I don't know how the models hold up at all. Oh, see ya, Cyanity. Thank you for stopping by. Italian man loved to defy logic. Last week I clipped through a wall and took me an hour to get out. Sounds like fun. Any other models I want to show today? Oh yeah, there was a previous Sona for another video. Found this was for work, like a little nano car made by Nobel Prize winner. Other gifts for friends. These are fun. I tried to make a DNA strand. Maybe you'll like that. Hold on. This is all just like tube manipulation. Can you show your 3D tuber Sonas? I showed that one at the start of the stream, but start of the stream, yeah. But I can actually I can get back to that, sure, later on. What I did with this one is, I wanted to make a little video of a rotating DNA strand. So I just made one. It's all just tubes and just manipulating them in 3D space, and that's it. This kind of stuff, you can just make them in 3D. It's very fun. Hey Mark, whoa, excuse me, I need to drink some water. Whoa. There we go. Gonna be going, thanks for the tips, no problem. If you make any cool stuff, just let me know, like tag me on Twitter, just whatever you want, I would love to see it. Yeah, that's a 3D strand, what else? Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming for much longer, like my throat hurts a little. Hydrate before you dehydrate, crabs! This has been quite fun. I didn't really get to make anything specific, like I tried to make a flipping DDD model and the Kirby one was also kinda botched, but because I didn't really have a specific idea for what to make on this stream. I thought I would just do some Kirby stuff because I already had like the stickers for the eyes and everything, but I don't know, not feeling particularly inspired. Just in general, recently. I don't know. It is very, very nice to share like information and like tips so other people can make their own stuff as well though. That is really nice. I love that. That is one of my favorite aspects about making art. So that's also a reason why I wanted to do this stream, because people asked and all that, and yeah, it is cool. This model sure takes a long time to load. I love Color Splash, it's such a fun game! Gosh, I love the story and everything, it was so much fun. Oh, there we go! So this is, oh no, did I mess up the model? What the heck happened? Did I do that? I didn't... What? Why did it do this? Why did it get corrupted? Oh, this whole file just got corrupted. Maybe I'm just in 3D view, hold on. If we go back to 2D view... Oh no, wait, I know, hold on. Perspective was still turned on, son of a bitch. Now it's normal, that's what I mean, okay. Oh god, that scared me. That scared me. I thought this file just got corrupted permanently. Oh, you could see some concept art like here in the back for the Sona. Like an earlier version of this one. Like AJ designed this one for me, and I took some cues from that and like added some elements of my own that I wanted to have in there, like a little Captain Toad Rayman 2 scarf. Captain Toad / Rayman 2. They both have the same scarf. It looks cute. And, yeah, that's the model. There it is. And that's why I keep perspective turned off. Because things are gonna look very weird when they get to like, the edge of the canvas, you know? Because it's all, like, seen from a different angle. Oh, yeah, also. It is a nightmare. But it's a different kind of nightmare. This is an intentional nightmare. Yeah, these models were only meant to be seen from the front. So that's why, yeah. Yeah. Wee, hello, it's me, Floating Hair Man. Yeah, that's it. I just did some squash and stretch. Like this model is just like straight up, just like stretched vertically to get like the squash and stretch for the talking animation. God, I am losing my ability to speak. I really cannot stream for much longer today. And I added the controller from the WarioWare-a-thon. Yeah. That would be a nice little nod to that event. That was fun. And it's AJ, the best boy! Yay! But, yeah. I think that's pretty much it for today. I could draw some stuff, but I have not been feeling like drawing much recently. I think I just need to draw some stuff on my own. And, I don't know, get that creative spark back. I'm sure it will return at some point, you know. That's the fun thing about art blocks. I mean, what am I saying? Fun thing? There's nothing fun about art blocks. They suck. But, if you've had so many, then you know that at some point, like, your creativity will return at some point. Because you're just... if you've been creating all your life, like, you can rest assured that you like creating. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. And if you like creating, then you will be creating. Like, you will find inspiration in all kinds of places where you would never expect it. You can just try. That's a good tip for art blocks. Try a different medium. When I'm stuck, I like to make little paper crafts or little clay figures. It's just a different way to be creative, to use that same creative part of your brain. So yeah. Yeah, alright. I think I'm gonna head out. Thank you all so much for watching. Appreciate it very much. Like, I love the interaction in the chat, like people asking questions. That is very fun. I might do another, like, actual drawing stream in the future where I really make things. But until then, I think we're pretty much done here. Yeah, and good luck with that art block, Sita. I'm sure you can do it. Just give it time. Sometimes you can't force creativity. Sometimes it just kind of happens. And that's okay. Eee. Thank you very much for watching. I'm just gonna call it a day here, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next stream will be just a regular drawing stream. This sort of got me back into drawing. Like, I've been not drawing myself for a while now. Just some work-related stuff, but I want to make more for myself. I want to do more with, I want to make some Goose stuff with my little Goose character. That'll be fun. He's always fun to doodle. Sometimes you just gotta go back to your comfort food, you know? Just what you know. Just little things to get you back into it. Next stream is Pizza Tower. I wish. Man, I just don't have the time to play games. I still gotta finish Mario Rabbids 2, man. Come on. Yeah, thanks guys. Really appreciate it. I hope to see you next time. Who knows what we'll be doing then. Maybe it will be... Maybe it will be, 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 maybe it will be. Things! See ya.